This is the Real Estate State of the Union, our weekly address to the public. Is it address? Address? It's whatever we want it to be. To the public about our real estate dealings. Spoonie's got his laptop out. You know it's going to be a good one.
Briefing is a good word for it.
Ooh. Briefing. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, for the kid rocks.
The Roughneck Real Estate State of the Union is brought to you by GBT Property Management. Hit us up for all your money needs.
We need some subscribers. We need some comments. We need all the things right now.
Hey, we got Kevin.
We got Kevin. What's up, Kevin?
Kevin's a trooper. Kevin's on there supporting.
That's good.
Is this Kevin Ramos?
Yeah, Kevin Ramos is watching right now. Kevin, I sent you a receipt. I will have the other one. Hilton hadn't gave it to me yet, but it's coming. As soon as they send it to me, I'll send it to you. So, Spoonie, what do you got there? You got a laptop out.
I do. I have my laptop out. I was just looking at the numbers from last week, but I was trying to get the updated realtor showings in there.
What do you have any updated realtor showings?
No.
Do you know we have a scammer in our midst?
I believe that. Somebody was scamming me in Braxton earlier in a weird way.
Yes.
What were they doing?
Sent this weird message like, you haven't accepted Braxton Harrison's invite today, and I need you to do that. But it was like from a fake Facebook account, like somebody's.
Did they send it to you on Facebook or via text?
Yeah,
Messenger.
Facebook Messenger.
Really?
Yeah.
And you didn't click on it?
There's no the invite. Text. It was a weird text.
Oh.
Like they were trying to start a conversation with me.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
They didn't ask for the business right out the gate. No link or anything.
Rookie. They need to fire their scammer guru.
That's right.
Well, let's call this person. I think this is a local. I think they put this together on their own. But I don't know. I can't find them in our software, so I can't figure it out. But let's see.
So are they already running ads? Do we know?
Your call cannot be
Okay, so that's a bad. I bet you. Let me try this. Let me replace one number because this looks like
a mistype.
A mistype.
The old 253.
Yeah, that one. Let me.
I'll make that one from time to time.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if this one gets it through. Nope.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
Hold on.
No es posible realizar la llamada.
I put an extra 3 in there. Let's try it again. What did they say there, Braxton?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Probably the same thing it said in English, if I had to guess.
Did you not? You didn't listen to what they were saying?
Number can't be completed.
Bam.
Please check the number and try again.
Did you see that Ashley?
Check the number and I'm trying again.
Did you see that Ashley put out an offer on 30 properties?
I did. In Wichita Falls, though. So, all right.
The old lady that
Scammer number don't work.
sold Brandon's, right?
Do what?
It's the seller from the Elizabeth Street or whatever.
She wants to sell, but it was $35,000 a door.
I just told her to make an offer to get the conversation started. She wouldn't give me any information, so I asked her to research them all, figure out what they were. The lady just said, go on the website. We're going to sell the whole port. Go on the CAD. We're selling everything. Some of them are lots. They'll have to be carved out. I told her we probably weren't really interested in the lots.
They're waiting on someone to die or something or get probated.
So the person that finally passed, and then they were probating everything for a time, and now that's over. So the siblings are trying to figure out what to do.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you, I hate Wichita Falls. I don't know what that thing would be worth. Like, I really don't know what that thing would be worth, but I know what it's worth to me. About $300K. I saw the bad part about the thing that Ashley put together was it didn't have the city. It just had addresses, and then she did a good job on putting clickable links on there, but if you'd have just had a city column, I'd have made it real easy on her. I've been like, send it, $300K. Instead, had to look at it. But I mean, I hate Wichita Falls. Have you been to Wichita Falls?
A couple times, yeah.
I just end up in some spots where it's just not
Is that where the dude showed you his gun?
It is.
Just
So,
a little rough.
And in weird areas. It's got, I guess, like where Roadhouse and stuff is. On that side might be
That's
good.
his landmark.
I love how everything is a landmark based off road mark. Well, it's
Same
about
with
3
the
miles from the road
Maxwell.
mark, southbound side of the highway.
Same description of Maxwell that you used the other day. You're like, well, it was only about 10 minutes from the San Marcos Roadhouse.
This is true.
That's
But
where
I'm just telling you.
That's where
like,
I got eye dropped.
there's a I stayed in Wichita Falls with Emery, and she swam in the indoor pool, and I wasn't sure I was going to have a catalytic converter when I got out, and that's just that's how I feel about Wichita Falls. I've just not. I mean, even the Roadhouse waitresses are a little methed up, so I mean it's kind of a rough spot.
You familiar with Vernon?
I love Vernon. I stopped in Vernon and ate. I don't know how much. Anyways, I was at some weird cowboy bar and restaurant where it looked like if you weren't from there and you acted up just a little bit, they were going to stomp a mud hole in your ass.
Did you behave?
I behaved. I didn't say a word to anybody. I don't even think I said my order to my waitress. I think I just pointed at the menu. I want this.
Said, ma'am.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't even think I said hello. So, anyways, yeah. What you got, Spoonie? We make any money last week?
$9,600.
That's it.
Yeah,
Well, we having some rough patches.
we
here.
are. Stuff's starting to pick up now.
What? I mean, I feel like I assigned $15,000 worth of stuff last week. It just didn't get set to close.
Didn't get closed. The one we closed was El Paso.
Yeah, that one's been. How long did it take to close that, Braxton?
2.5 months.
That was a long time.
Feels
It was
like
like-
a lot longer than that.
Some weird ass daisy chain too,
Yeah,
where we got wired $29,000, but we had to send
20 out.
20 out, and then they got to send their. They got to. Then once it gets to them, I think they got to send some out to somebody. So, real weird deal. I'm glad it
though.
closed.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have $9,600.
Bro, I was so stoked when Texarkana offer came in this week. Like, that's a fucking great deal.
That is true. We got that.
What's that?
It was a $1,500 lot we bought that we didn't look at and was possibly just a really bad house. It was rough.
Duplex.
Duplex, $2,500.
I thought it was 15.
No, it's $2,500.
2,500.
Now it's being sold for $7,500.
It's a good day right there.
No holding cost because
Bought it cash.
we paid cash for that one. So
Didn't do anything.
I think we got some insurance on it, and then there was a fire. We don't know when that fire happened. Did anybody even go look at it?
No.
Oh,
I'm
all
just
right.
going off pictures that I paid people on like TaskRabbit to take.
So we got some TaskRabbit.
I think I actually found them in Facebook Marketplace. I was just like, "Can you go by and take a picture of this? I'll give you $100." But
So we got $100 picture fee in there,
yeah,
and that's it. Some insurance, and no taxes either. That's the best part, because I guess it was a disabled veteran that we bought it from, so we didn't have to pay any taxes. Because last year, I don't know how that works. I don't know what's going to happen there, but there's no property taxes owed. There was no property tax when we bought it, and the best part of it is this guy that's buying it from us. He thought he bought it at the foreclosure auction, and he gets over there and he's like, he sees Chris's sign in the yard, or finds it listed on Zillow, and he's like, "Hey, I bought this at the foreclosure auction," and Chris is like, "Maybe, like I don't know. Weird things have happened." So we were digging into our files to figure out what could have got missed. That's how I know about the tax situation. And anyways, getting ready to do a little title claim or whatever, and then he messaged back. He's like, "Never mind, this ain't. I bought something else, but I want to buy this. I'll give $7,500 for it." And we're like, "Okay, yeah, we'll take that."
Cool.
Yeah. So, what else you got, Spoonie? Any showings? We just swapped out all of our listings to Chris. So we got Chris and Kitty are the only two. I think John still has some land listings, but they hadn't done nothing in a long time. He basically listed all the lots that we had attached to properties.
so Chris had 6 showings last week. Kitty didn't have any, or she didn't update it.
One or the other.
Chris had 6 last week.
Okay.
So he had one in Palestine, one at Chandler, one at Frankston, one at Lindale, and 2 at Bryan.
Brian. And Brian, let's talk about Brian. How'd Brian go? What's happening there?
Thursday will be the last day of option.
So, but what happened? Nobody knows what happened.
Closed on it. Got 56.5 funded at closing. Brought like $1,100 to buy it, and we're on a contract for $87,000 right now.
Cash money.
Yep.
And
Buyer paying closing cost and all that sort of deal, and closing January 30th. Obviously, I don't trust any of that necessarily. It's early, but
I don't.
we'll see what happens. I'm
mean,
hopeful.
that's a bang up deal. Now, who's the partners with you on that deal?
Got my parents and my aunt. Got them in there, so they're getting excited about it. That's why I'm not one to be pessimistic, but I also want to be realistic. Just like, hey, look, don't worry too much about it. If it closes, it closes. We get a little walking around money. I say we get this company capitalized and do it again.
I would tell them the opposite. I would say blow it on something you want.
Yeah.
Blow that
Go
shit.
buy a golf cart.
Yeah.
Do something fun.
Just blow it.
Pam, you've been wanting windows. Here's your window money.
Yeah, go blow that shit, and we'll go do another one. We'll capitalize the company
Later.
down the road. Like on the next
That
one.
might work too. Just everyone wins, get some.
You just put rock lights under your truck. You might need some more. You put them on the
Well,
roof
I had
this
a
time.
$25 gift card and Capital One points covered some rock lights for my truck.
I don't know what rock lights are.
A little underglow.
Yeah.
They put
pretty
them in the
baller.
wheel wells and stuff.
Oh.
Wired it myself.
I do
to
think
the
that'd be
outfitter
super
switch.
handy for getting out of the truck at night with your kids.
Yeah,
like
they're
That
bright.
would be super awesome.
Safety.
That's right. That's what it is.
Anyways, those cost nothing but my time and some YouTube videos to learn how to wire something.
Did you call Spoonie during the middle of wiring?
I was going to, but I was like, nah, I got to figure this out.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
I knew
You
I had a
really
lifeline,
Stuck it in there.
but I wired it to my outfitter switch, and it didn't shock me.
That's good.
Yeah.
12 volt wouldn't hurt, would it?
I mean, it depends if you're laying a wrench across some terminals. It'd get pretty hot.
Well, how many deals we got under contract to buy? Well, do you know that? Well, no. How many
it's-
contracts did we get last week?
2,
Okay.
and we took one of off our board, Montana. I think we have around 12 or 13.
Yeah, we closed on that one. Got some assignments coming up. Got some stuff that's probably going to close this week.
Agony by Young Lee.
Weird music. So
He's watching soap operas back there.
yeah,
and stuff.
what do you, I don't know what's going on. But all right, so one of the deals is a lot, and Spoonie's an expert in that subdivision.
I've already been on the phone with him again today. He was down there while they were telling me they didn't pay us our fees for transferring that one on Montana. I'm like, ma'am, it probably just check hadn't gotten to you yet. We just closed on it.
Yeah.
They were big mad.
What was the deal that you sent yesterday night or whatever? What lots do we get approved for?
All of the original 6. We just haven't on Montana yet. but-
We've closed on all 6 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So we closed. I thought we only had 5 under contract.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm counting Montana as a 6. We all the original. No, that's not right. There were 6.
We closed on 2 doubles and a single.
I think 5 was Montana and 6 was Tennessee Trail.
Tennessee Trail wasn't in the lot. It's a house.
I don't know then.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I'm just trying to think of what I turned in for permits. That's what I'm looking up right now.
If you talk in the microphone, everybody love you.
I said, you're right. I was just trying to remember what I turned in for permits here.
I mean, it don't matter. It's irrelevant. We got
Yeah, it was those original 5 lots.
we got 5
6
lots that were ready
Sweet.
that we're now ready to clear. I tried to call DJ this morning. He's still sleeping. Probably should have had him take a grinder to that head a little sooner. Do you think? I mean, I think we're going to end up turning those blades around on that head.
Might want to run them one more time.
Oh, I'm going to try to run them. I'm going to run them until they won't do nothing but nothing. I mean, they're still good. I think, but I see people on TikTok grinding theirs. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think it. I don't know how you do that.
They just literally take a grinder and sharpen them. They just sit in front of their machine and roll it, grind.
How many
roll it.
times can you do that?
Probably not much. I mean, they don't. The teeth that are on there right now aren't very they're not very hardy.
How
They're like a real
I wonder
soft
how
metal.
expensive that is to replace just the teeth.
Do you know?
I
Spoon?
don't know. It's gonna be a few grand for sure, but
Yeah.
we'll just have to like. I mean, but the good news is we can change knife styles too. We can get like knife style ones that'll cut better if that's what we want. If we're just doing soft stuff, we can do all. Can do better.
I mean, it worked. These teeth work great on Yopons. They worked good on mesquites. But I don't. When we get up against some Granberry cedar, we will know exactly what it'll do. It might just end up cutting trees down, and then we'll come back and load them up with the damn hoe and haul them to your house.
That's fine. I got a burn pile. Bring them out.
We'll just hopefully.
I just unloaded. I had a whole fence go down this week because a grapevine this big fell out of a tree and just collapsed the whole thing. So
Where'd your cows go?
one of them's in the neighbors. The rest are on this side of the electric fence we've been working on.
That's good.
So I've had a lovely weekend doing that, but it's amazing how much damage like a big grapevine can do. So there's a big pile ready to go again.
Do you know anything about big grapevines? Me either. So we'll let Spoon get in on different generations. We have 3 contracted for sale. One of them was in Kingsland, Texas, double wide. Took a while to get the people out, and then DJ put the stank on it. Literally, the DJ stank. I have no idea what he did.
Well, he charged us for it.
What did he charge us?
I don't know.
Well, whatever.
I think he just had to finish up some flooring and then some dogs ate some walls.
The greatest thing about DJ is if he doesn't finish the job, he actually won't charge you. Like I didn't even just do stuff for me, and he pulled out mid jobs and never sent me one bill for the stuff he did.
Well, he might have just built GBT property management.
I don't think
That's
so.
sometimes what he does. He billed Shane and GBT for one deal, and I was like, "That's not how this works, DJ." But anyways, and then DJ did plumbing in the attic at one of our rentals. Like so, he took a hot water heater that was ran through the slab and plumbed it through the attic. The physics of that.
Interesting.
And he was bragging because he didn't fall through the ceiling.
I was just about to say, because
He's a
there's
big
the other
boy.
side of the physics is like, how did DJ work up there?
I don't know how he physically got in the attic. Like, did he have to put him in a big boy door?
Did he have to go? I wonder if he went through one of those like little drop down ladders.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
no
it's-
way.
I mean, that's a 2x4 hole though. I went through one yesterday.
That's you. DJ's 2 of you.
He is that. He's a large man.
So
that is.
I have no idea how he did it. It took him 3 days though, and I was like, just hire the plumber. The plumber's bid was $1,400. DJ's like, I'll do it for $1,300. I'm like, it ain't worth $100.
Plus, you go in the hospital and being out of work.
Yeah, like I mean, what do you? So and then he called in bragging, but it took him 3 days. I was like, DJ, you could have made more money doing anything else. You could have put $100 on top of the plumber's bill and been better off. But either way, don't matter.
We got Michael on there.
What's Oh, Michael, hey, we got a scammer in our midst on Glendale. Call down. There's only 5 Glendale leads. Call all 5 of them. Find out which one's trying to scam us. Say, hey, motherfucker, you trying to scam us? I'll meet you up right now. Oh,
can you imagine if Michael
Brendan
got out of the
tell
car?
him that the scammer's going to be there in 12 minutes. Or let's call him up right now.
Get him.
Yeah, I'm gonna call Brenton. See if he's in the mix.
Might be waking him up.
No, he said he was already at the office. I had to call him like 3 times. Hey, are you at Glendale?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be there. The scammer's supposed to be there at 11. You gonna fuck them up?
I'll fuck him up. I'll get a little rowdy. I'll get a little western.
I know. They whip a dick out. You'll know what to do.
Oh yeah. We're supposed to get here at 11, and that's when some ass whooping's happening.
Or you're going to be running out of there away from a scammer. But
Tell him remember the thumb trick.
did you? Are you? Was your keys in the lockbox?
What are you doing?
All the keys are in the lockbox.
Do you know how to change the code?
Yeah, I can change it.
Change the code. Put the code in Teams and hang around there till 11. See who shows up. Because sometimes these people just tell people when they get to the house. Sometimes the scammers just tell them, "Hey, the keys are messed up. Break in." So, see, I doubt the scammer's going to show up at 11. But I cannot find where this person got the code to get into this house. I can't find it in our software. So.
Yeah, Glendale, I don't know because I don't even think it's been leads for Appfolio for me.
It only had 5 leads lifetime, and I think they're cross leads. Like they got put in because somebody was like, I need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and we set them a showing for Glendale instead of the house they were looking at. So I have no idea what would be leading to this, but yeah. Anywho, I'll holler at you.
All right.
What's up?
I was just thinking about the scammer showing up and Brenton just popping out of the bush and be like, "Hi, I've been waiting." just Mr. Playboy ready
Like
to go.
right now that he knows what's about to happen. Like there's a possibility someone shows up, and if someone does show up, that's someone trying to scam.
Yeah.
What's his game plan right now?
Brenton's?
Yeah.
Has Brenton ever been in a fight?
No.
I don't know, but his best move is to take his pants off before this happens. At least create some space.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, well, I don't know. Anybody that's ever been to prison used to fight naked, so you know what I mean? Like you'll scare off the average dude that you could probably take, but the dude that fought every day for 12 years.
Yeah, that might end a different way.
Yeah, like
He's gonna know tricks that Brenton won't know.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, yeah, like motivation. So I don't know. What we got 3 under contract. That Kingsland one, we got a contract for 160. I don't know what our cost base is. Probably around, I would guess 115.
Something like that, because we bought it for like 100.
Bought it for 100. Closing costs, everything. Cost base is probably 115, maybe a little higher, maybe 120. I don't know. 160. We got a 169 contract. Is that what Marty is now? 169
I don't know. It changed like 3 times because they were adding the
fence and
the fence and their
Closing
closing
costs.
costs. But I mean, after we put that panel in there, we may make $47. We'll see.
You think?
Yeah, we'll be all right.
I think
That was my. Go ahead. I was making a joke.
I think our cost base on it's going to be around 115, 120 on it.
That's
You
not
can't-
bad.
I mean
I can tell you.
It's lower than what I thought it'd be.
I mean, I'm adding in there this week's work and the air conditioner. So, I mean, it's not going to be a bad day.
I mean, the inventory count's got to add 107.
Yeah. So I mean, by the
Another
time we get,
week.
it'd be about 120, 125 maybe the most. Yeah, it'll be a good day. We'll make money. Might only make 10 grand, but we'll make money. And then the other one is the
Texarkana.
Texarkana. I mean, that'd be whatever makes to the bank makes to the bank.
Yeah, our inventory on that was 4,000. Now it's 4,861. So we'll make it 1,000 or 2. Be okay.
Yeah. So
Never even went there.
yeah, it's a good day. We can say we did a deal almost in Arkansas. And then your deals, your little house down or little condo down there, they just camping
it's-
out on it?
No, it's ready now. We got a lady trying to lease it that said she had someone
Okay.
that's there in that area, Brackettville.
That's good.
Knew it was going to be a slow market, but I'm also willing to bet that once someone gets in there, probably not going to move a whole lot.
No, probably not. I mean, it's a cool spot.
It's nice on the inside too.
What else you got? You got your refi going through on your 12 units. When you close that?
Not sure. Sometime this week, I think. But
So-
insurance, everything's ready.
Tell the people about that.
Closing a 20-year loan, 8% interest, $450,000. I think cost basis is going to be like $420 or a little over. Wiping out all the debt, walk with a little money, tax free.
Will it cash flow every month?
Yeah.
Will.
How much?
I don't know.
What's it cash flowing right now? Do you know off the top of your head? It don't get a lot of work orders.
I think like a little over like a unit and a half worth. So
Okay. So
$1,300 or something.
So
A little less probably.
your insurance claim, did you file it?
Yes. Blake's talking with her this morning, the insurance agent, to get that done, but it's working.
Where's the property?
Longview,
Longview.
Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So it'll be a good day. I mean, that's gonna be
I'm excited to tag John and Eddie on that one.
yeah, because I mean that whole deal went a little different. Mm-hmm. It didn't appraise. We closed on it before the appraisal with a jet loan. You know, we got stroke over there, so we're like, oh no. This guy, he's gonna walk, and we really want to get this deal closed. We're like, yeah, we'll close it private, and then we'll just put a bank line on it afterwards. And then it didn't appraise. It's just been on private. So
Yeah.
you know, it's like, oh, sorry, Johnny and Eddie.
Gonna roll with it for a while.
Yeah, we're gonna roll with it. But now they're getting refinanced out. So
Less than a year too. So
yeah. Dude, that's a bang up deal.
I mean, really like 9 months. So
Yeah, that's a bang up deal.
so I'm excited for that one.
What other deals you got?
Went ahead and told old Whitley to put the rent raise on the people of Post because they hadn't done that yet. But she's evicting someone right now.
In post? Mm-hmm. No shit.
Just not paying. So said wait till after that. One guy's ahead and the other guy's always on time. It's the other two that never want to pay.
Well, post won't be a tough market. That's a busy road.
It is.
So
It'll get hit.
a sign will do it well. Mm-hmm. What about your Snyder deal?
Got 2 more that need to be finished, but
Starting this coming week.
be fully.
Fully done.
Yep.
I get a bunch of applications on that. Get a bunch of showings. Get a bunch of people wanting it.
Well, so the last time I went to Snyder to put out signs on my way up there, like it was a whole lot bigger than I realized.
Yeah,
Like, there's a college there and everything. Like, it's a
So
big place.
tell the people what the Snyder deal is.
So we've got 9 doors. That's 4 duplexes and a single family. Bought it for $165, borrowed $200, and we've been doing the make ready on a lot of the units. Just kind of as they've gone vacant.
Essentially all of them except for the house.
Yeah. So there's been some turnover, but leasing them up, got down to 2 more units left.
Damn.
And it's really not bad because those are going to be like $9,000 for both of them, or a little. I think that one's $8,000 now, and they were completely messed up. So
what's the gross rent's going to be on it when you're done with it?
So we're at 575 on most of them right now.
I think a little bit more. I think they got $650 for some.
They did on a couple. I thought she had to drop it to get a couple rented.
I think it'll be a little over $5,000 probably.
On a 160 or 200 cost basis?
200.
Damn. So what are you going to do with all that money?
Oh, I'm going to let it just build equity over there.
Are y'all, you already sent it to your guy for a refi?
That's what I was just checking to see if he answered. I'll just have to drive over there this week.
That's what he said?
No, I haven't. It's
Whatever
just what it is. Like, I just got to drive over there and talk to him.
Email them the second time. You're like, not to where you out. You gotta hit them. Like, hey, bro, I'm trying to give you business.
Yeah, then
He won't respond to my
He just
emails.
won't respond either way. It doesn't matter. This is the 10th time we've done this. Like, it's the same every time.
Okay.
Weird to me.
Trinity. You got a deal in Trinity. Still ain't caught up. Have y'all looked for any contractors out there?
Colby's working on them.
Okay.
I keep reminding him, keep following up.
Okay. Any other deals that you're involved in?
Have you seen how much work needs to be done in Trinity?
No, they're not terrible. I mean, make ready type work.
It's gonna be a motherfucker getting people in there
Yes.
to look at them to be able to lease it. That's gonna be the hard part.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could send what's his name from yesterday, Matt. He'll take his RV
If they
up
want to
there.
go, and if they want to go quicker, yeah, go for it.
Okay. What else? Nothing else?
I think that's about it.
Orange. We got power.
Oh, we got power to 1. We're still working on the other 2. So, do you know about the $5,000 bath we took? So the lady from the city demanded that we have the septics repaired. And we went through and spent $5,000 repairing all the septics because she didn't have them on there. And then the power company guy showed up, or the septic guy showed up to do the other one. He's like, these 2 trailers are already hooked up to the septic. That's why those have been abandoned. So we repaired a septic system that wasn't even hooked up to the 2 trailers.
That deal's already hooked up to the septic.
Or to the sewer.
City.
To the city. So all 3 were hooked up to the city sewer. They didn't have it in their system. And when I say this lady was involved, she was out there pointing at the holes in the ground, yelling at Colby, like, you got to do this right here. Like, you got to repair all these heads. Like, she was very dictatorial.
Yeah, but I guess there's a new problem now. Filling in septics.
That we just paid to get repaired.
Yeah.
But they've just been out there, languishing as an empty hole. So I don't think that's a big issue. He was working on getting it turned on.
Well, I don't think it's a big issue if you can go out there and Groesbeck and do it. It's probably a motherfucker in Orange. I mean, I don't know if they'll let you collapse them in and just fill them up with dirt, or if they'll make you pull them out of the ground. But whatever it is, I hate finding abandoned septics anywhere. I hate it personally. driving a tractor. Next thing you know, you're got a wheel off the ground and you're fucking, sitting a little sideways, a little cocked. You're like, what was that? Oh, I'm in a septic tank. So anyways, I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, Spoonie, your deals. What's going on?
Supposed to have an offer on the land today, cash offer.
All of it?
This is just for 2 parcels this afternoon, but
Two
that'll wipe
parcels
out.
is a big chunky cost
That'll
basis.
wipe out, 2/3 of my cost basis.
That's awesome.
What are you going to do with that money?
I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna get that electricity installed, so I can sell the rest of it.
Ooh, put a little electric out there.
$60,000 bill, and get that
You
dropped
going to let
in.
Braxton bang his Amex?
Maybe
He wants
gotta
his points.
Get the let's see what the offer looks like, or maybe I'll just apply for an Amex today.
Well, you got to pay it off next month. So you might want to let Braxton handle
Mine's
that.
right.
He has
go.
to pay it off next month too.
My
Yeah,
balance
but
is $0 right now.
I got what you're saying.
I let Braxton pay all my bills. I'm like, Braxton, do you want like content? I'm like, Braxton, just invoice. Get the American Express points, guy. He needs them.
As soon as the other refi goes through, I'll have the cash to do it. So we may do that.
The
The refi on Runnels. As soon as the second one goes, that money dominoes, and then I'll be able to get that done. I had somebody looking at Copperell today. Randomly, a dude called me back from like 3 months ago. Said
That's good.
I got a client, and I talked to Furman yesterday. I'm getting all the money lined up to do both those anyways. That one will get done as soon as Runnels gets done as well.
Our permits on
Waco,
yeah, Waco.
Calhoun, and they're in. I can check and see if they've approved them yet. It usually takes,
So Waco's not. They keep kicking them back for a little bullshit.
it was they. This time it was I didn't send the COI to the correct person, so I sent it back.
Yeah, that I hate. They've got progressively worse over the years. I never will forget Furman sheetrocking our first house all the way up, having it completely sheetrocked, not mud and textured, but completely sheetrocked. And the city showed up for their inspection and made them take it all down so they could look at the insulation. And he's like, why didn't y'all look at that while y'all were out here, last time when y'all did the electrical or whatever inspection it was? Like, oh, that was a different inspection.
Because he didn't click the right spot on the form. I mean, it's that kind of. And the ladies in the office are awesome. They're super nice. That's the only interface you have. You have to put in a website and talk to a lady, and then the inspectors, you only meet them when they come out, I guess.
Yeah, but you would think that, anyways, dumb. And then after we did that, we did put in the air conditioner. They came out to do the inspection on the AC. They changed the code. And, I don't know how you find out when they changed the code. So the AC guy did all the ductwork to the spec that the insulation on the ductwork was to the spec of their old code. And then they come back and said, no, you got to do it to this new code. And made them change all the AC ducts. So that was the first 2 incidents we had with the city. And then the third was that electrical job on the duplex where that guy, I don't know, it crossed over a year and they changed the National Electric Code and they made him do it to the National Electric Code, which was putting all those, what were those breakers with the, like
Arc
GFI?
faults or GFI breakers.
Yeah, it was like, and he was pissed.
But that's like an hour-long fix. Like, and to go through and redo it, I did on Jake's trailer.
Yeah, but because he didn't do something right, he had to pull all the home run wires again. He didn't have enough. His
didn't have
wires
enough
weren't long
wires.
enough to get whatever he had to do. He had to change the whole panel, I guess. So whatever it was.
But he could have put in a different style panel. So he chose the wrong style panel to put in. They make like retrofit stuff that would have worked out.
Whatever he did, he was pissed about it, and he was. You weren't in on that argument because it's our property.
No, it was back when I first started with y'all, and you're like, "Hey, can you help us?" I'm like, "Not yet," because we didn't have anything set up. And
No, I wasn't asking to. I don't. I was helping. I needed help. I needed help communicating with the guy.
Oh,
Not help. I didn't want you to go wire. I didn't know you could wire up a panel at that time.
yeah.
I thought.
I've
I
known for a
just
few
tell me what
years.
this motherfucker's saying so I can cuss him out properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was it. Like, I don't want to sound like a dumbass when I'm cussing him out. Help me with the vernacular. give me some big words. To throw out.
Well, I mean, I'm an electrician by trade, man. It goes to smaller words that usually start with 4 letters. There's a lot of screaming. Like
That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. So, but either way, yeah, that's it. So you got some deals cooking. We raised $1.5 million last week. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat on its own. $1.5 million. Don't know how much of it we got in the bank yet, but we got firm commitments. Commitments I know and believe in.
And we just had more. That phone call right before this was another commitment. Just don't know the amounts yet.
And then, I mean, Braxton's got some firm commitment. I think $1.5 million short. I think because two people are bringing $1 million, like not $1 million each, but
Half
$500,000 each. So, and that's probably the craziest part. The biggest lesson I've learned doing this is we've reached out to friends and family that have nothing to do with real estate. Mm-hmm. True or false?
Yes.
High success rate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We reach out to our homies that are real estate ballers all over the internet. Very low success rate. And we're asking for a low amount of money. We're not asking for a lot of money. Mm-hmm. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, just throw in with us. Just come do this with us so we can show you what we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a handful of them have been like, oh, how'd you do that? You know, I'm like, well, we paid a lawyer $20,000 to set this up. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, that's great. I'm going to go do my own. I'm like, all right, go. Good. I mean, yes, you can do your own. Regulatory wise, I mean, you're going through it right now. Mm-hmm. We're using AppFolio software.
Yep.
I mean, how easy is it going to be to do everything properly? Like
Very easy. And it's a lot of transparency, too, for people wanting to log in, see exactly where the money's going, what we're buying. And so it's like you can be involved as much as you want to and see everything going on.
I told TC that. He's like, go hire it out. I'm like, yeah, we hire it out. But if you want to go pee on your own house and do the paint, come out there with us. We'll let you paint a house, you know. Mm-hmm. But either way, when you say very easy with your skill set, could you do it by yourself? Could you do it without Kevin, our bookkeeper, Jacob, who is the trainer of the bookkeepers? Like, could you do it with my skill set?
I don't think so, because it's also like, even if you could, but it's also the time exchange. With enough time,
me and you couldn't do it.
It might take you 3 months to do what takes 20, 30 minutes.
We would figure out how to violate laws. That's all we would do.
We'd be in violation from the first day.
Corey'd be like, is this important? And I'd be like, what? Like, I don't know. And that's when it would be over.
We'd wire the wrong amount and then start asking for people's money back. We're like, wait, we sent too much.
It'd be like,
or we didn't send enough, and they would be coming back at us. It would just be a nightmare. And so I think people get, you know, this business, like having an eye for real estate, be able to walk into a house and see its potential and, you know, pick out fucking paint colors, which I don't even have that skill set. I'm not a subway tile. I'm not a paint color. I'm not a fucking
agreeable gray.
Yeah, I'm about to have to get Furman that color right now. But either way, that's not my skill set, right? Like, I'm not that skill set. But I am walk into a house, see its rarity, see its structure, you know, how it looks, see all the lessons, the electrical. Mm-hmm. I mean, the electrical yesterday on Mark.
Yeah, that's prime example. That's my favorite one I've seen in a long time. Like, that's the best.
But I'm like, no, that's not how that works. And they're like, yes, we'll do. And I'm like, no, that's not how that works. We're going to get Spoon over here. We're going to do this the right way.
Well, I'm glad you sent me, because I know he would have just
I knew it was about to happen. Yeah, I knew what was about to happen. So
I just put another breaker. I'm like, it's 100 amp wire. You can't just put 200 amps.
I knew what was about to happen, but I was like, that skill set I have. I don't have the skill set to walk in there and redesign that house, and I don't want to redesign a house. But I can, you know, look, analyze, and pick out a winner on a deal. But if I do the bookkeeping, I couldn't do the bookkeeping. I would say that most people with my skill set, you know, if they don't have the Jacob, Braxton, you kind of got, you know, both skill sets in a way.
Well, I think I have a literacy in it. I have the ability to do my books, but it's also like I understand that my time is more efficiently used in another place.
Yes.
I think it's good to have the literacy to be able to understand what's going on and look at it and see the journal entries and make sure it's right. But the time it would take me to do something, and it could be trained, but versus what Jacob or Kevin,
Oh shit.
much different.
And Kevin's even a bigger monster
Yeah.
than everybody.
Right.
I don't know how he does it.
I call Kevin. I'm like, or I'll text him in Teams at 9:00 at night. Like, hey, I need just whenever you get a chance, can you call me to do this? And it'll be like tomorrow, Wednesday, whenever, and he'll call me in 4 minutes and be like, oh, well, here's where you made your mistake.
That dude, I mean, beast mode in that regards. That's why we're able to do what we do, not because, not because we're good at real estate. You know what I mean?
You have the team that can.
We have a
Everyone
team
can do what they're good at.
and we're willing to own rentals, and we know how to owner finance and dispo the owner finance. In other words, get it off. You know what I mean? Like, because if we go owner finance a bunch of stuff with this new entity we're working on, we're just going to create a big problem at the end of the year where everybody's like, wait, I'm paying taxes on what? And where'd the money? And we're like, oh, well, we haven't realized that gain yet. You know, so you got to be able to sell that note and lower your basis back down. And we've done that. I mean, we got a track record of doing it. We're selling a note. I mean, we're selling another note right now. Waiting for
Reminds me, I got to follow up with Shane to sell his notes.
Oh, yeah.
Need his August login.
You want to elaborate on what the 1.5 million is for?
Yeah, we're going to go buy real estate with it. I mean, that's it. We're raising $5 million. You know, it's been hard to put this deal together, and you know, reaching out to our friends and family that we're already doing business with, and saying, hey, come in with us, do some deals. And that's really it. I mean, you know, Jason's reached out to some people. Braxton's reached out to some people. I mean, we've been
Got more appointments set this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, everybody that we've ever done any business with or know personally, we're reaching out to see if they want to come in with us.
I mean, you know what's telling is like the exact, like the quote that I was told on the phone is like, man, you're making this really easy to invest with y'all, like really easy.
Well, the biggest thing, like people come in, they want to flip houses, right? I mean, we just met with some guys yesterday who want to flip houses. We asked them, how much money you got? Well, I ain't got no money.
None.
Oh, okay. Well, you might not be ready. You know what I mean? So you talked about it, seed capital. So if I'm trying to get seed capital to flip houses, what do I do, Spoony?
You gotta get it by some kind of job. You got to wholesale a house. You got to do something.
You got to be good at what you're already good at. You got to get better at what you're already good at. You know what I mean? Like if you're flipping burgers at fucking Whataburger, you know what I mean? You got to become the district manager if that's your skill set. You just got to work your way up to a point to where you can get ahead in life or lower your expenses enough to where you live on your mom's couch or basement or wherever she'll let you shack up and pay your bills for you and sock back 10, 15 grand. Those are your options. You can pick up overtime. You can do all the extra things to do it. And then in your free time, since you have an interest in real estate, you can attempt to wholesale. Now, I would never tell anybody, become a wholesaler by trade. I would think that you're too dependent on somebody else's opinion of a property. You know what I mean? And you got to scale it to a point. I would not want all my eggs in that basket. But I would go buy some real estate if I had good credit and know how to flip it. Attempt to flip it. If it didn't flip, rent it out. And I would do that. I mean, Braxton, with his 12 units, getting 100% of his money back out of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Being able to move to the next deal. And when interest rates go down, probably bang that thing out. You'll probably dispo it 700-800 easily. Easily. I mean, and dispoing that thing at 700 or 800 in a low interest rate environment, whenever that might come back around, and never having a dollar in it, that's a valuable skill set. You know what I mean? But it comes from, I mean, you've obviously are getting mentored. You've got a master electrician on your left. You got Jacob with the bookkeeping. You got me running around with marketing and looking at real estate and doing all the things that we do. I mean, you're being mentored in a good environment. That's another way to do it. If you want to learn how to flip houses, go to work for somebody that flips houses. Go work for them. Go hire out. Braxton, what'd you make whenever you hired out? Your first day at work, what'd you make?
Free, nothing.
That's right. And then after you got hired, what'd you make?
$10 an hour.
That's right. And you start with that. You know what I mean? Be willing to do that. Prove yourself up, and then get more efficient at that. There's a guy that hit me up about marketing. He's sending mailers. He's like, I sent 5,000. I got a 1% response rate and all the, he started throwing KPIs at me. And I'm like, dude, we send 3 or 4 contracts a day on mailers. 3 or 4 contracts a day go out. Your inefficiency that you only got 1 contract out of 5,000 mailers has more to do with your inefficiencies in your process and negotiations than it does with the mailers. You could be doing anything. You could take that money, that same dollar for dollar money, and bog yourself down with an inefficient process, okay? And what do you think that process looks like?
I mean, if inefficient process.
Yeah, the inefficient process.
I mean, you could single line dialer each one. You go knock at their doors.
Right. You take the calls into a place where nothing happens.
Yeah.
Nobody calls them back.
You can just go straight to your phone.
Straight to your phone. And then you don't have
Probably
service.
the worst idea.
Yeah. So you don't have service, so you don't even know you got a call.
At least a Google Voice.
So yes. But if it's not texting them back and it's not chatting with them on its own.
And keeping them flowing to where you know which ones have been talked to, haven't been talked to. And
that's right. And then on the flip side of that, how many people do you think argue over what something's worth?
A lot.
I mean, not a whole lot, I don't think.
I think they do. I think
they
that
do.
somebody says, how many people do you think don't even make an offer? Give them a pop quiz about the house.
Oh, you mean the people trying to buy it that argue?
Yeah.
Oh, tons of, yeah, all of them.
Yeah. So they give them, they start with a pop quiz. After they pop quiz them for 30 minutes, you know what I mean?
Right.
They've talked themselves out of doing the deal, but at that point, they've listened to this person tell them all this negative shit about the house. They're already out of it.
Or they build it up the whole time, and they're going to end up trying to overpay for it when it's like you believe the seller more than you believe your own eyes once you're there.
Yeah.
It's like,
and you have some, and then so they get, finally, maybe they get to a point where they talk about price. You know, seller wants 130, they're at 70. They're going to probably tell the seller what?
try to talk them out of it, tear it down.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Disagreement.
You're wrong. You're an idiot. Your house is never going to be worth 130. Do you ever argue with that? Never. I
I'm
agree with you. I'm with you.
I hear you.
Yeah, no, I can see that. You know? Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I got you. But here's my situation. Here's why my offer is what it is. Build value my offer and get back in and control the call. I would say those inefficiencies, and then let's say they do get an agreement on price. Do you think they send the contract? Probably not. They're probably not sending a contract. They're probably not asking for the email and sending the contract. They might get an agreement on price and then say, I need to do more research or something along those lines and step out of the sale again.
Or try to just, I mean, set an appointment or something like that. A lot of sellers, go see it first.
Yeah.
Go see it first. Like I went to one in Temple last night because like, well, you know, I'll go see my grandma and then I'll go look at that one and we'll try to get that one contracted. But it's like that could have been a total waste of time because more times than not, the contracts we send just don't come back.
They don't come back.
That's real life.
That's real life. So if you get to an agreement on price, or even if you're at disagreement on price, you still say, what's the email? I mean, you might be $50,000 off. Do you still ask for an email address?
Absolutely.
And we put the offer in front of them in writing.
Everyone gets a write-up.
Everyone gets a write-up. So they get the write-up. So we're sending them a contract, okay, even if we're in disagreement on price. And then once they know you're serious, they might call back and start picking at the contract. They won't even pick at the price. They'll pick at bullshit on the contract. You know, now you know that they're
What's that
interested.
earnest money? What's this? What's that?
And so then they sign the contract. Now what?
Now we go see it.
Now we're in negotiations. Now we go down and look at it and decide what we're going to pay for it.
You know what? Richard Shelton had a good Facebook post on that. After his event, he said, I've got off topic or whatever. He said, the sale is different from the negotiation. The sale is the agreement. The negotiation is more the terms.
Yes.
It's like, that's the simplest way of looking at it. It's like, one is very different than the other.
Completely
and
different.
the sale has to happen first.
The sale has to happen first, then you negotiate. I had the process wrong. When me and Spoon started working together, we did everything inefficient. We bulldogged our way through it. Once we got in sales training, once we got serious about it, and I'm not even going to say that we role play efficiently, right? We role play fucking around, but we don't role play efficiently. And I mean, we built out sales processes for leasing. We've built out sales processing for buying, selling. Every single thing that we're involved in, we build out a process to where we're always doing the write-up. We're always putting something in front
Well,
of
it's
them.
just anyone can pick up right? Like I always kind of look at it like in any job, any situation, any business, we should have every role essentially be able to be like effortlessly replaced.
Yes.
Because that procedure is so laid out and so set in stone. It's like, this is exactly what you do.
Yes, and we've got that now. We probably didn't. I guess we've had it for probably about a year. We've been pretty consistent about it, and we get more efficient at it every day. But
Yeah.
you know, your form of marketing is not going to be why you're not doing deals.
Right.
It's going to be inefficiencies in your process 90% of the time, because any form of marketing, I mean, bandit signs, letters, fucking text messages, ringless voicemails, cold callers, all of that. You have to be able to negotiate and close in an efficient manner, no matter what lead comes in and the quality of the lead. You can't waste time on somebody that can't sell. You know what I mean? And in the market we're in now, we can shift our offers. And sometimes I think people throw 5 offers at people because they've been hearing, you know what I mean? Like, do you ever make an owner finance offer?
Sometimes, like if we're real farm price and they won't give me their email, I'll say we just take 180 equal payments.
Yeah.
So at least ask.
But always a cash offer first.
Yes.
And then we move to the owner finance offer if it's something, you know what I mean, if it's a hot area, if it's something we believe in. But we'll shift to more owner finance offers once we have all of our capital raised.
Especially in multifamily.
Yes, we'll shift.
I do make that offer much more frequently.
And if it's a landlord, they're a lot more likely to take that offer. So we will shift to making that offer more. But I think too many people put 3 offers or 4 offers or 5 offers or all this confusing information, too much information in front of people, and they still haven't even said no to the first one. So, yeah, inefficiencies in the process are 90% of the time the problem, not the form of marketing.
What does that do when you throw, like, you're saying it, and it is a very simple thing, but what happens when you haven't made that offer and you just throw 3 offers at somebody?
I mean, most of the time you're going to have to educate them on what it means, and you're going to confuse them. I did that the other day when we were at TC's house. You know what I mean? I was just so hyped up to be there that I was talking nonstop, and I should have just hung out and been quiet. There's way too much information. Like, you know, he asked a good question, text back, are we going to leverage? Are we going to use leverage? And my answer is no, we're not going to use leverage. We're not going to go to a bank. Doesn't mean that we won't owner finance something. You know what I mean? But I didn't breach that conversation in a text message. That'll be something that'll be explained in person. Like sometimes we will
on a call or something once we're thinking about doing it for the first time.
Yes,
like,
we would buy something owner finance and use owner finance as leverage in a situation where it makes sense. But we're not going to be looking to go to a bank. The only time we'll go to the bank at all is to get everybody's capital back out so they're made whole, and the fund is just doing
keeps
its thing.
riding.
Yes.
Yeah, paying bills, giving everyone return.
That's right. So, I mean, if we look up and we own, you know, we're at somewhere around where we'll be leveraged around 40%. So we've got, you know, $10+ million worth of real estate and only, you know, $4.5 million deployed. We would go leverage that to get everybody their capital back out so we could do the next deal. You know
and
what I mean?
that's a good fund to be a part of too. Because it's like, well, who's not going to want to be a part of fund 2?
Yeah.
When it's like, I still got equity in this thing with no money in it, so I get a check every month.
And didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to sign a personal guarantee or anything on the credit. So,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, that would be something we would do, but it would be, you know, it would be right at the end. I mean, it'll take 5 years to get that much real estate that deeply discounted. That's just how that'll work. So, Spoonie.
Well, y'all been talking this because it was so in depth. I've been signing stuff for Kyle, buying mobile homes.
You bought some mobile homes?
So that's what I've been
Sitting
doing.
over there buying mobile homes?
Yeah.
We would install some mobile homes, Spoonie.
I was doing that too back here.
Like, I was just trying to make use of my time. Like y'all had such a good discourse. I didn't even want to interrupt because there was nothing to add to it. So I just said, well, I'll just buy some mobile homes while
How
we're
many
doing
did
it.
you buy?
awesome.
Well, the 6.
That's good. What'd you pay for them?
Well, the down payment was $80,000.
Damn.
We missed, and let me give you the exact number here.
We got $80,000 down.
Yeah, well, it's 82,540 was the down on that.
That's good, Spoonie.
So 6 of them is $352,000.
That's easy money.
Easy money.
Lance called me this morning. We'll talk about that off camera. It's pretty funny.
I can't wait.
$350 for 6 brand new homes. That's a pretty good deal.
Dude,
Those
it's
are so nice.
Dude, it's phenomenal. I can't wait till I'm living in one.
I
They're so nice. My mother-in-law wants
Yeah.
one. She's like, I need you to get me one of these, but you got to find a lot and put it close to your house. So
I made my choice yesterday. I think I'm going to start saving cash for a Jessup home.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Move into
good.
that.
Where at?
I don't know. It really doesn't matter wherever
I got some
live.
land in Clifton that would really be
It
good.
really
for
would
you.
be good. But it's like, I just thought, pay cash for that, go slap it on a lot, rent it till I'm ready to move there.
It's even better. Like, there's somebody that wants to pay for 10 acres to put their horses out there. Mm-hmm. Be a great investment for you long term.
Mm-hmm. If I only have little
And I'll loan and finance it to you.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, we're going to wrap up Real Estate State of the Union, guys. Any questions in the comments? Like, subscribe, all the things. Yeah, we're having a good time. The Different Generations podcast come up next. It's going to get a little weird. I'm a little salty about some things. I'm going to be venting on the Different Generations podcast. We'll see y'all. If you like what you've seen here, find Braxton on Tinder and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just keep swiping. He's on there.